what is up, all you lonely watchers out there? It's Lonely Fubuki back with some more medals, or eBay is fun, Zura. I don't know exactly what I'm going to call this yet, because I'm also going to show off something I got on eBay as well. But I have some new medals that I got in. I got enough medals to do another video on random medal lots. The seller I buy from, I usually just buy a specific medal, and then they give me a bonus one outside of that, which is normally really nice. So, we'll start off with the ones that you guys already know about. Nyan All-Stars. So there's that one. I love this one so much. And then the QR code, rail code on the back there. Also, holiday time. By the time you see this video, it'll be December, but I'm actually filming this late November. The 24th of November. If you really want to know how far these videos are made in advance, there's your answer. They're normally a little more than this. I've just been lazy/busy this past couple weeks. But anyway, we don't need to get into that. Next, we have this, the bonus that came with the Nyan Nyan All-Stars, the CGI Jibanyan from the movie. I really love these ones. I wish I had more of them. There's that rail code, QR code, even though I assume the rail code is the same dream code. Sometimes some special dream medals, like the Sushi and Tempura mascots, the KK Brothers and Tamanyan, they have their own rail codes for their dream medals, but for the most part, all the dream medals are the same, and then it reads, oh, this is a dream medal, and then scans the QR code. So, after that, I got this, Nyaminator, or Terminator, the yokai, the cat yokai based off the Terminator, even though we already got one in the form of Robonyan. He was based off the Terminator. But anyway, we got this, like, more aggressively Terminator yokai. I always thought he was cool. Here's the rail code and QR code for that one. That's the one I ordered. And then with that, I got this special Togenyan or Thornyan medal, which I didn't have yet, which was nice. So here's his medal, and then the rail code QR code for that. And then lastly, I got one of my favorite Wicked yokai, Unfairy. I love this little guy, this little booger. And then rail code, QR code for this one. And then the bonus for that one was yet another Unfairy, but this time the Buster version of his medal. And then there's that, the rail code, QR code. So, like usual, we are going to test them in their watch of origin, going in chronological order, which means first would be Thornyan in the original watch, or Fumi is in this. Oh, I had the middle and upside down. I thought I was putting him in this way instinctively because he's facing up in this one, but no, he's actually upside down in the middle, so it goes in this way. Also, Katie's watch is better, by the way, so that's why I'm using that one. Here we go. Togenyan. I always thought that sounded cool, Togenyan. Next up, chronologically, would be Unfairy in the Yokai Watch Zero Shiki, or Model Zero, as it was called over here. If this one wants to work with me, this one is very temperamental. Here we go. Nope. It's always nice to hear those wicked themes. The only one that I have is Gokai, or Untidy, but I love this one, so I decided to get him. Eventually I'll get all the Wickeds, or the Wicked Executives at least. I also have a few of the corrupted Wicked yokai with me as well. But it's always nice to hear that Wicked theme. Kind of weird to have a lyrical theme on the Model Zero, but I'm glad they did end up doing that for the special new tribe of Yokai Watch 2. And speaking of Wickeds, let's test this in the Model U, because I really like the Wicked theme for the Model U. Let's take a listen. if this watch will work with me. I forgot about that little announcement. Sorry there. Interrupted. But straight bars with that one. Straight bars. And then with the Yokai Watch Dream, they promptly got rid of the Kaima theme. I believe... correct me. Actually, I'm not gonna... You know what? Don't correct me if I'm wrong. We're gonna find out right now. I'm pretty sure it's just the theme, the Hagure theme, or whatever. Yep, that's the same theme they use for like Lucky Metals and like the Hagure or Wanderoid tribe and just random metals like that. Next, back to the Model U to use Nya Nya All Stars. Bastignon. Okay, okay. What? Come on, just work with me once here. Stop! Lovely. Always wanted that song medal. So I figured, I'll order it individually since I'll probably never get in the packs. I never did get it in that one U-Stage 2 pack that I ordered and did an unboxing of. Sorry. Which you should check out, by the way. Those are really fun. And now we're on to the last two. Jibanyan, or Jibbers, or whatever. There he is, and then the main event, Terminaneta. Nyamineta. I gotta say, I love his Japanese name more than his English name. It just shoved Nyan into Terminator. Terminanator. It doesn't really work. Nyamineta, I think, works way better. But, age-old tradition, charge mode. Whoops. Slipped the finger a little bit there. Here we go. Gosh diddly darn, we lost, but that's okay. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to show off, as you probably saw in the title, but I finally got it. Yokai Watch 4 on PlayStation 4. This is my first import PS4 game, by the way, as well, so that's a bit of an exciting thing. For Japan only, woo! We'll do some comparisons here in a second to the Nintendo Switch version. But here it is. Yokai Watch 4 on PS4 released... Ugh. I am knocking things all over the place today. But Yokai Watch 4 released on PS4 as Yokai Watch 4 Plus Plus, the enhanced version. I mean, we got it on Switch as well on a cartridge, but everything was baked onto the disc here because this was the initial release instead of, you know, how we got it on Switch where it was Yokai Watch 4. We're looking up at the same sky, and then we got the DLC you could download, or you could purchase this, like, complete edition later down the line. Which is what was out when I got the game. I got the game in like 2021. I think this came out in 2020, I believe. So yeah, that was nice. Or no, I did get it at 2020. I got it at the end of 2020, Christmas 2020. I got my Switch version, and I played the Infinite Inferno out of that game. I got like 250 hours in it. I got a 100% medallion. That was nice. But there's a lot of problems with the Switch version. There's frequent crashing. There's, you know, visual, like, there's frame drops, and the game clocks out at 30 frames per second tops. So I thought it would be nice to get the higher performing version now that I've sucked a lot of the value I could out of Yokai Watch 4 on Switch. Get this, and also to prevent any glitches from happening like the one that destroyed my Yokai Watch 4 Nuzlocke. I'm gonna Nuzlocke this version of the game once I get around to a second attempt, but it's fine. Everything is fine. So we look at this. I think this is just how PS4 games are in Japan. We got a white spine here with the title on it, just normally without the logo. And it's so nice to see the sprawling art as opposed to like how cramped it looks on Switch. It looks really nice on PS4, like all sprawling out. We can get to see more of a little more of the artwork, and it just doesn't look like everything is cramped like it is on Switch. Spine here, you can see the Japanese games always have the I think they're legally required to put the age rating on the spine, but there's that. Doesn't say level 5 on the spine though. I mean, I guess it's just how PS4 games are laid out. And then we can see the more sprawled out connection with this. You can use your NFC with this game. I have not tried it out yet because I didn't get that far in the story. I'm on like chapter 2. But there is a smartphone app. I have it downloaded. I have it on Co-app or whatever that service is called that lets you download foreign apps on Android. But you connect that to your PlayStation 4, and then you use the NFC capabilities on your phone, if it has it, and then that's how you can scan ARCs in that way. The only thing that this game does worse than Yokai Watch 4 is the fact that in the PS4 version, you cannot obtain McCracken. For those of you who don't know, McCracken was one of those code exclusives that you would get for buying Yokai Watch 1 for Nintendo Switch and beating the story in that game, and then you could redeem a code that would give you, or at least in the initial runs, that would give you Chairman McCracken in Yokai Watch 4. You could farm him infinitely, like a Demona with the digital exclusive edition or whatever. And they just straight up, since Yokai Watch 1 for Nintendo Switch didn't have a PS4 version, they just straight up never adapted it. Didn't give, like, they could have put a code inside the box or something, but they just decided not to. So the PlayStation 4 version of this game is technically inferior because it isn't possible 100% without hacking, especially because these two versions cannot trade with each other. You cannot play online between the two versions, and you cannot trade between the two versions, and a lot of the player base is on this one. So those are the two main downsides. The lack of communication between PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch players, when most players are playing this on Switch, obviously, Nintendo fans, Yokai Watch fans, and the fact that you cannot get Chairman McCracken in this version, but everything else is great. Like, there is no crashing, the game looks buttery smooth at 60 frames per second. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, oh my god, I just can't. Also, the Shadow Side Shadow Venoct codes are easier to find with the PS4 version because less people bought it. There's less out there that are redeemed, so if you want to get that without hacking, it's a lot easier to get him on this version of the game. So yeah, there's that. But it really just depends. I mean, either way, I think if you're just playing this single player and you don't care about completion, you just want the best experience of Yokai Watch 4, get this version. If you're playing a lot online and you're a completionist and stuff like that, it sucks, but you're probably better off getting the Switch version. At least there are like mods to improve the frame rate on this little guy. So there's that, but mods can only help a game like this so much. It still has major crashing issues. So, yeah. Single player experience, and you just want to enjoy the game, get the PS4 version. If you're a hardcore completionist or you're playing a lot online, yeah, you might want to get the Switch version. Also, another version this has is trophies because it's on PlayStation 4, and for some reason Nintendo doesn't have their equivalent of trophies or achievements yet. For some reason, please Nintendo, add that as a feature. That would be awesome. But anyway, neither are. They will both work on your system since the PlayStation 4 and 5 and Nintendo Switch are not region locked. So, whichever version you want to go with, it will work on whatever console you have. If you're from Europe, if you're from America, and you only have a console from America or Europe, these will work just fine. Now, onto this. If we open this, there's warnings printed on the inside, of course. Hold on, are they printed on the Switch version? No, they're not, it looks like. The Switch version has these papers, and mine doesn't. I'm not sure if that's just because it was used or because the PS4 version didn't come with them. But here's this little packet came with the metal that came with it, which we'll get to that in a second. Puni Kunatori Wars was a thing at the time. There's codes for them that can't really be used anymore, but there they are. Woo. And Y Metal advertisements, because this is when Y School Heroes was a thing, and one of the medals came with it, that one, which I'll show you in a second. And then this other, like, little thing for 4++. I'm not exactly sure what this is. This honestly might be the information that's on the inside of the PS4 case. But the Switch version came with these. And then, if we look at the cartridge, yeah, they squeezed the art onto that. Look at that. They just like tried their best to squeeze it on. Poor Koma-san and Whisper got cut off, but at least we see Jabanya, the main mascot, on the front, right? PlayStation 4 version. I did not get those papers. I'm assuming it's because I got it used, because I would imagine this version would also come with that little medal, but I can't really confirm this. If anybody's bought the game new, make sure to let me know, but I got this copy used because I didn't want to pay a crap ton of money again for this. This was only like $45. As opposed to this, which was like, I think it was 70 at the time. This game was like really inflated for a while. But this was also a gift, so I didn't pay that. So now I got both versions. This feels really weird, seeing this disc here, seeing with like all the art sprung out. It looks really cool though. It looks really cool with the disc spindle being the center of these like crossroads or rays. I mean, sorry, crossroads. That doesn't make any sense. But here it is. Yokai Watch on a disc. Not the first Yokai Watch home console game. Sorry, you can see my phone there because I was too lazy to get my camera out today. But not the first Yokai Watch game on a disc, because that was the Nintendo Wii U's Yokai Watch Just Dance Edition. Or Yokai Watch Just Dance Special, I believe it was the name. But this is the first Yokai Watch game to release on a non-Nintendo console, and the first game to release on PlayStation, obviously. First to release on a PlayStation console, on a non-Nintendo console, and on a Blu-ray disc. All other Yokai Watch games have been on cartridges, plus those weird Wii U DVD, whatever you would even call like the Wii U disc. They're not really Blu-rays, but they're not really like DVDs. They're Nintendo's own like weird creation or such. But anyway, that came with a medal, supposedly, but I got it in my Switch version, and it's this, the Jibanyan and Jiba Jinpei Y medal. So we are going to close out by taking a listen to that, by putting it in the YSP watch. I was getting worried for a second, but let's put this one in. Nice. And as stated, this one is an ultra rare. Or 5-star in the case of Y medals. Ultra rares are what they use for ARGs, but the star system is what they use here, and this is a 5-star. Which is not the highest rarity, but it's equivalent to an ultra rare arc, which means you can scan this into your game every single day. It doesn't give you a lot. It gives you some like Oni orb things sometimes, and some not medals, some Crank-a-Kai coins, maybe some other items, some X orb sometimes. Nothing special, but the fact that you can scan it every day is good enough. So thank you all for watching this video, and if given the chance, which one would you pick and why? Yokai Watch 4 Plus Plus on Nintendo Switch or Yokai Watch 4 Plus Plus on PS4? Or if you already have one of these versions, why did you pick that version? Or if you have both versions, which do you prefer? This is definitely the better playing experience, but I needed 100% Medallium, so I needed to get this version, and also wanted to play with people online. Most of the online people are on here, with a lot of hackers as well, as I've noticed more recently when playing this game online. But make sure to let me know your reasoning for any of those questions in the comments section. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye, my lonely watchers.